All right, so let's get this straight. They say women get turned on when you ignore them. That's not true. That's bullshit. The truth is, women get a bruised ego when you ignore them. And in order to satisfy this bruised ego, they'll leverage their sex or sexuality. Never ever confuse a woman chasing a bruised ego with real attraction, real compliance, and real cooperation.
Shout out to King Dre. He was featured on Game Kings 2, which is my documentary. Go to masculineidentity.com if you want to get a copy of Game Kings 2. We also got Game Kings 1 as well. So make sure you go over there. But King Dre is featured on Game Kings 2, The Definition of a Man. So make sure you go check that out. Shout out to King Dre once again. Now, I agree with what he's saying, but there's more to it than that. OK, now, I do agree where he says when you ignore a woman, it bruises her ego. And so her insecurity causes her to try to leverage attention. Right. And so she uses her body, her sexuality, or whatever it is to try to manipulate you to get back to paying her attention, because a woman's currency is attention. Right. Women love attention. Attention is like crack to a crackhead for a woman. You get what I'm saying? So attention is very important. But another thing that is very important about ignoring women and why women get turned on when you ignore them is this. First, we must already have established an attraction from the woman, right? So she must already be attracted to you. Because here's the thing. If a woman is not already attracted to you in some way, form, or fashion, you ignoring them doesn't matter. You understand? So we must have to understand that there has to be some level of engagement, some level of attraction, even if it's just a quick eye contact, even if when she stepped into the room, she checked you out real quick and maybe y'all had, like a quick glance with each other. There has to be something. There has to be some type of base foundation for us to start with for her to either be turned off or on by you ignoring her. You understand? So keep that in mind. But here's the thing why it turns a woman on when you ignore her. It turns her on when you ignore her because subconsciously a woman is always following a man's lead. So when you ignore the woman, what you're doing is you're showing her that you put yourself on a pedestal and she has to earn her way to be up on that pedestal with you. She has to earn her way to get a position in your radar. She has to earn her way into having relevance in your eyes. OK, so it turns her on because she realizes, oh, I got to do a little bit more. If we break it down psychologically, it's almost the same thing as what King Dre is saying. I'm just coming at it from a different angle where it is a man's masculine identity that truly turns her on, because she realizes, oh, this guy's confident. This guy prioritizes himself. This guy knows that he's him. You understand? This guy knows that he's the shit. Now, a lot of times when a woman has a level of attraction for a guy, and then on top of that, the guy is confident and the guy prioritizes himself and the guy knows that he's the shit, she's going to ask herself, why the hell is this dude so confident? What the hell is it about him why he feels he needs to be so confident? And so she will want to find out because she's intrigued. Her initial attraction makes her intrigued. And so it begins to turn her on because her imagination starts to go wild, where she starts to think, well, maybe he's packing, right? Maybe he's really good in bed. Maybe he got money. Maybe he got a network. Maybe he knows people, right? And if I could figure out how to be a part of his world, maybe I could benefit from that confidence that he has about himself. Maybe I can benefit from the power and the value of his masculine identity. So that is what's happening when you ignore a woman and she begins to get turned on. Again, it's not just being turned on. It's that she realizes that she has to work a little bit harder. And here's the thing. A woman is emotional and a woman is insecure. So when she realizes that she has to work a little bit harder to gain relevance in your eyes, it turns her on and she becomes invested. So now it's not just attracted. Now she's invested because she's putting in some work to try to be relevant in your eyes. So you have to be careful when you're dealing with women in these type of situations, not to give too much. Keep yourself prioritized. Keep your masculine identity on that pedestal. And if she wants to become a part of your world, she needs to invest. She needs to earn. And when she invests and when she earns, she's going to take it as a sweeter victory when she finally becomes relevant in your eyes. And that's how you can make her attraction and her being turned on by you. That's how you can make it work for you. there's something to understand about being attractive and someone actually being attracted to you. You get what I'm saying? Because there are people from all walks of life where they have a certain physical quality, a look that grabs attention. And when people see them, generally they look at them and they say, oh, that person is attractive. That person is handsome. That person is pretty. That person is beautiful. OK, it's one thing to satisfy a general requirement or a general dynamic of being beautiful or attractive, but it's another thing for a person to be specifically attracted to you because there's something about you that affects something inside them. And that's real attraction. That's compatibility. That is a more specific form of attraction. And this is why I encourage you guys to focus on your masculine identity, to be an individual, to understand the specific qualities about you that will make the people who are compatible with you attracted to you. And attracted to you from a specific place. Because, like I said, there are certain general things that make someone attractive. There are certain things that make people pay attention to someone in a general sense, right? For example, if a guy is taller than 6 feet, when he walks into a room, more than likely he's going to be taller than everybody in the room. So everybody's going to look at him. That doesn't mean that everybody's attracted to him, right? If a chick has big tits, when she walks into a room, everybody's going to give her a look, but that doesn't mean they're attracted to her. You get what I'm saying? So we have to understand that there are general things that make people pay you attention or consider you to be generally attractive. But then there's other things that make you specifically attractive to certain people. And the trick in finding those people who find you specifically attractive is your awareness and your ability to express and project your authentic masculine identity. And then when you interact and you engage with people, you start to see the specific behavior traits of someone who is generally finding you attractive and someone who you turn them on and they are specifically attracted to you directly. OK, so it's very important to understand the difference. It's very important to understand that women love attention. Women want to be around attention. So they don't even have to be really attracted to you. They could be just attracted to the amount of attention that you're getting from everyone in the room. You understand? So we must be aware. We must be specific and we must be smart and intelligent about different levels of attraction, attention, and how we engage when we're meeting women and things like that as men with specific masculine identities. All right. So it's your boy, Miles Cunningham. Hope you got something from this video. Hope you're having a great day. Be good to yourself. Be grateful. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace.